How much money did you make when you were 19? Or how much money are you making right now? This guy is making 100K by baking cakes. This shows you can make money doing anything. So let's watch it now, and I'll react, I'll give my opinions, maybe give him some tips. Possibly he sees this video and he can scale his business even further. So let's dive right into it.
So it's super important to me that the cake looks and tastes just as good. When you first look at the cake, I want you to feel like, oh my God, what is this? This is amazing. But then when you eat it, I want you to be like, oh my God, this is even better than I thought. Because, you know, there's like a cliche that cakes don't taste good, especially when—
Yeah, look, when you start a business, your product needs to be great. If your product's not great, you're not going to be able to make more money. Listen, you could give me the argument, you know, companies like Express and whatnot, they don't sell the best product. It doesn't matter. If you start a business and you're, you know, smaller, the way you're gonna make a name is by having better products than anyone else. That's why the products you create need to be 10 times better than your competitors, or they need to target a different niche. For example, you might have non-slip socks that, you know, you sell to companies that have the trampoline houses. Like, you can sell those same anti-sticking socks just for footballers. The same stuff for a different niche, but you need to be the first in that industry, and you need to be different, and you need to have that wow factor. People are going to buy it, people are going to tell their friends about it, and you don't even need to advertise, essentially.
It's good, especially when you look pretty. So I definitely want to debunk that and just have you remember how good cake is.
The only issue with food is I believe these businesses are difficult to scale. We were working with a company called Chili Chews, and they create candy, Mexican style candy. And the issue is the products have expiry dates. So unless you're able to move a lot of volume through retail and you're only doing e-commerce, it could be difficult. And you're limited typically to like these smaller locations you can ship to, not, I don't know, the entire world. You might be able to ship throughout the US, maybe not the entire world. I believe for his cakes, it might be more difficult to ship them everywhere. Like, I don't know if FedEx is gonna take this in a box and they're gonna chuck it somewhere. The cake's gonna be ruined.
I'm a cake artist and entrepreneur, and last year I grossed 100,000 in sales. This year we're expected—
How much of that is profit? That's what matters.
I chose baking as a profession because it just really allowed me to unleash my creativity, because I'm a very creative person and it's just a great way to portray it. And also I just love to like eat, and especially desserts. I'm a huge sweet tooth, so I can eat my own creations.
A lot of times the way you can start your own business is by doing things you like and you become good at. If you like tools like Notion and ClickUp, you can master these tools and figure out the most efficient way to use them, and as a result you can start selling Notion templates or even ClickUp templates or consulting on how to use these tools better. As simple as that. You don't even need to, you know, spend a lot of money. For him, it was through cakes. You could do the same thing.
Pricing cakes is different for everyone. The first thing you need to know is custom cakes are expensive. Cakes really range based on design and like size of cake. So our smallest cake is a 6-inch cake, and that feeds 10 to 12 people. And those start at like 160, but it can really—
Amazing work. That's what the thing I told you. You need to have great products. Now, for you to be able to sell this more expensive stuff, typically it's going to be more custom, and you need to go to a higher tier audience. If you sell cakes to just birthday parties, kids' birthday parties, they're going to be less expensive. If you sell cakes for weddings, they're going to be more expensive, more impressive. If you sell cakes to celebrities and you get to be the celebrity chef of cakes, you're going to be able to charge utmost of money.
But it can really go way higher depending on what they're asking for. The most expensive cake that I did is a wedding cake coming up this August, actually, and I quoted them for $35.75. It's not done yet, but it's gonna be huge, it's gonna be epic, and very detailed.
Yeah, Netflix show, I bet that gave him a lot of traffic. You know, it's a great for you to market your business. If you like baking cakes, just, you know, make that, put it on TikTok, you're gonna get a lot of traffic. And the way he can scale is not just by selling cakes, he could sell courses on how to bake them. He could do masterclasses in real life where he could charge upwards of $500, $1,000 per ticket, get like 10 people in, make 10 G's off of maybe one weekend where he teaches that, or off, you know, 2 days. That could do very well for him, I believe. Personally, for him, I believe that's the best way for him to scale. Scaling these cake businesses could be difficult. For him to teach how to create this massive quality cake could be amazing. Or even just, you know, how to become a better cook at home.
For the holidays, like Thanksgiving, and we would make everything from pies to cookies to breads. Anything you could think of was on the table. And eventually, I got interested into cakes from YouTube, and she really sparked my interest.
There you go, I told you. Promote us on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. These things go viral.
Got into the kitchen and made a mess. It would be like in middle school, high school, and I would just keep on practicing, and they would actually come out really good, and I enjoyed it too.
Keep on grinding.
When you're 21, I didn't go to college. I just felt like it wasn't for me.
Yeah, you don't have to go to college. I didn't go to college as well. I did finish school, but I didn't go to college. I don't think I will. Very unlikely, but you know, we never know what ends up happening in life.
Currently, we only do custom cakes. That's what I'm passionate about mostly. I currently don't have any other staff besides my family members. They work.
Yeah, having your staff as family members can be very tricky. The reason why businesses fall apart with people having friends or family members as employees is because they don't hire for skill, they hire just people they know. And then you have your mother, for example, who works for you as an assistant or whatever. You can't really tell her no. You can't have difficult conversations, and it's going to be very difficult to fire, you know, that family member. If it's a friend, you might even end the friendship because of the business. The only way you should hire a friend is if they are actually skilled in that thing and if they're very good. Because if they're not and you don't have the right expectations for them, or God forbid you're a terrible boss, you're gonna ruin your friendship. So just keep this in mind as well. And also, if you only work with your family members, you don't know how to hire. And if you don't know how to hire, you're not gonna be able to scale your business. For him, I believe the ways he can scale it, number one, create more like a localized, standardized products, which, you know, like a bakery. You go into a bakery, you see the same products, you can buy them every single day. And he can promote us through this higher end product, and people could buy those, enjoy it, and then go buy the cheaper stuff on a daily basis. Option B is just sell the same cakes just for a more expensive price. Just go after higher level clients. And option 3 is start either selling courses online with maybe like a cooking course or a cookbook, you know, for snacks and whatnot, and sell these kind of like video masterclasses online. The people who join a course, he can upsell them into a weekend mastermind, weekend meetup where people can go to him and pay them $100, $200, $500 for this weekend. Bake the cake in front of him. He'll teach them, he'll guide them, because there are gonna be rich moms who don't have much things to do, and they're gonna want to learn how to bake cakes. So
my mom, she helps like pretty much anything I need. She's like the assistant manager, whether it's food shopping. Sometimes she'll bake my cakes for me, deliveries, cleaning, anything. My dad, he'll often do the deliveries also for me, especially the big ones. My younger sister, she does my social media, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, especially editing content. That's huge. And then my older sister, she does graphic designing, so whether it's a logo or website, anything like that. Inquiries come from my website, everythingjustbake.com. That's where clients inquire.
Ooh, this form, you can make something a lot better on Typeform. Just chuck something that's going to be a lot simpler, because this feels like a chore for you to do. Like this takes mental power away from you. I bet you can increase your conversion rate by having these sign-up forms where people see one question at a time. And then I just go through it, and, you know, by question 5, they might think, oh, there's so many questions, but I've already filled out 5, so let me just finish this thing.
Oftentimes they upload an inspiration photo. Some people want like a Batman car. Someone wanted a 6-foot lion.
That's why maybe what he might want to do is not just let them inquire, but maybe have them book in a call where they might apply. And then he has, for example, someone that takes a discovery call with the person to filter them out, to maybe have some qualification questions with the budget. Then if they have the budget, they can get on call. He can collect the cash on the call and have the deal locked in. And then he can submit the design. If they don't like the design, he can refund the money. If they like it, he's already made the money. He can bake the cake. So another quick idea to possibly increase conversions.
So legally, you can't really sell cakes from your home. So we rent a commercial kitchen in Fairfield. Basically, a commercial kitchen is just separate from your home, and it has all commercial appliances, and it's just
something very random from working with this company, Chili Chews. We learned that when you order Uber Eats, and, you know, sometimes what the restaurants do, they don't actually send you food from the restaurant. They have these blocks where you go in, it's like a warehouse. It just has rooms with kitchens in them, a bunch of different kitchens. And different restaurants, they produce food there that you can order, for example, through Uber Eats or through delivery platforms. They just do that. This is another genius way, if you have warehouse space, to possibly rent it out.
The most expensive thing in running an operation is definitely renting out the commercial kitchen, memberships like Costco, your website, and then just ingredients, of course, because you always gotta restock the flour, the sugar, eggs, and butter. So inflation's crazy for everyone. Like, I hate buying butter right now. It's just expensive. So I'm constantly going through all different food stores to find the best prices. In terms of marketing, really it's just social media based and word of mouth. Referrals are a huge way of getting business. That's how a lot of my customers come from. And
referrals come when you have an amazing product. Amazing product, but great, amazing marketing, you're gonna make money. Easy as it is. On top of that, the way he might be able to get more referrals is if someone refers him over a client, they might get a kickback, or they might get a voucher, some sort of cashback, something like that. So that could get it going. For us, it helped our agency grow massively. I actually had a guy who runs a Google ad agency. He offered me 40% recurring of what the clients paid him. So that could be anywhere from 2 to 10K a month. So if I refer him a client that pays them 10K a month, I get 4K. So for me, that's a great deal. And if you have these great incentives, these kind of like affiliate deals, you can scale up nicely. Especially you just need one person who refers you 10 people. Mwah.
I'm from, and I create like a loyal fan base almost. So I have a lot of loyal customers. I work pretty much every day. I try to take off Mondays. Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays are busy days. Usually our minimum is like 6 cakes a week, but the most I've done is probably like 19 cakes a week. I died that weekend.
Also, going back to the course idea, that course could help him train his employees to create cakes just like he does. Because it's a very specific skill, and you can create a course that's internal training, and then you sell that to other people as well.
Best ideas come in the shower. I love to take a hot, long shower, and it just really just like comes to me just very naturally. I just stick with the idea. I usually sketch it like with paper and pen, but I'm a terrible drawer. Like terrible, like my birds are V's. Like that's how bad of a drawer I am. So other people can't visualize my sketches. So then I use Procreate, which is an app that's much easier to use and other people can visualize it. Our expected gross income of $200,000 this year, especially because we're opening up the bakery, so it should give me more exposure. And in 3 to 5 years, I
told you about the bakery. Standardizing your offer. That's what it is.
5 years, I hope to have a successful storefront and possibly opening up my second one. Maybe a franchise. One of the reasons why I love my job.
Possibly too early for a franchise. You need to have a very, very solid process. You need to be able to do this at scale before you can start franchising. That's not something I invented. Someone who's a lot smarter than me, Alex Ramosi, said that. And I trust him on it. And if you think about it, it makes sense, because if you're franchising, you don't just want to buy something. If you're thinking whether I want to invest into buying a McDonald's or like a relatively no-name shop, you're going to go for McDonald's. It's no disrespect to him, but you know, for you to franchise, you need to build a massive brand name. You need to have something that people want to franchise. So the way you should go about franchising is if people come to you and ask you, hey, I want to invest in this thing. I want to build my own shop, open it there. That's when you can get into it.
The reasons why I love my job is I'm able to be a part of other people's memories. So like my cake was something memorable for someone else. I know a customer satisfied with their cake is, first of all, their first reaction when like they pick up the cake or they see the cake, they're always like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my cake or something.
Those could be really great advertisement, just like filming the reaction, getting that from the customers and just putting that as an ad or social media. Mwah, great ads.
Usually like the day after, they send me a text or like an email saying like, thank you so much for doing this cake. My son loved it. You made my wedding day more memorable. And it's really like heart touching, you know? I became a part of their memory.
Am I tripping, or we didn't see how much profit he makes? Maybe he just didn't say. That's the only thing that I'm missing. But look, a lot of respect to this guy. Keep on crushing it, move forward, and hopefully he sees the videos, maybe get some ideas from the things I told him. If you've been watching this video to the end and you want to build your own successful business, tap the video here, because I know it's going to help you move forward with your ventures. Tap the video here, and I'll see you on the other side.